Hello all. In this video, we are going to discuss on the topic computer software. So, we will discuss on various topics like what are the types of software and how these softwares are working in your computer systems and what are the main features of different kinds of softwares available. Okay, so let's get started. So, before going deep into the topic, you should know what simply a software means. Okay, so software is a set of computer programs. So it is a written set of computer programs or procedures or any documents that describes the functioning or the programs and how they are to be used. So any set of document in which it prescribes how this should work and how this programs will help your computers to do what type of functions and all those things. So basically, if you speak about a software is such set of computer programs or procedures which will describe how a program or how a function in your computer should work. So this is a pictorial representation of different types of softwares. The main softwares which are available in all computer systems are application software and system software. We will talk about these softwares in detail in the coming slides. So as I told you, you should know what a computer software is. A software consists of programs and enables a computer to perform a specific task. So that is what we were talking about. It is a set of programs or a procedures or documents which will help the computer to perform a specific task, as opposed to its physical components like hardware, which can only do the task they are mechanically designed for. So in case of a hardware, whatever the manufacturer is mechanically designing it for, only those functions or tasks will be done by this hardware. Whereas software is something which will enable your computer to do much more tasks than a hardware can do, and even if you want to change the functionality of the software, you can develop it accordingly. Okay, and it is loaded into a computer storage. So we know the software which is developed is loaded into the computer storage, that is the memory like RAM or any hard drive. Once the storage is loaded and the computer is able to execute the software in the CPU. So once the software is installed in your computer, it will enable the computer to perform the particular task with the help of CPUs. And where these computer softwares are loaded is that in the hard drives or any storage memories or something like RAM or whatever. So basically what we're talking about is a computer software which is a set of instructions or procedures which is given to a computer to perform it or perform any specific task. Okay. So as we were discussing, there are two main types of software. First one is system software and the second one is application software. So we will see what is the system software and what is the application software in detail. So system software includes the operating system and all the utilities that enable the computer to function. So whatever utilities are there for the proper functioning of a computer, including operating system, all those type of software will come under system software. As the name suggests, it means it will enable the functionality of system or the functionality of the computer and the operating system. Okay, and the system software is a term referring to any computer software which manages and controls the hardware so that application software can perform a task. So the main function of a system software is that it controls the hardware and it will enable, those hardwares will enable the computers to perform a specific task in an intended manner. Okay, some of the examples of such system softwares are the main, basically it's operating system, then compilers, linkers or loaders and interpreters. So all these software will help the hardware to perform or to function a particular task in a computer in a proper way or in an intended way. Okay, next is application software. So application software is a set of one or more programs which solves a specific task. So as we already know, any software will do a specific task in which we are developing it. Okay, so application software includes programs that do real work for a user. So apart from the hardwares which will help in the proper functioning of computers, there are such some kind of softwares like application softwares, or some kind of softwares like word processor. So word processor is a software or an application software which will enable you to type in a document in a Word format, or you can type in and store so many datas in a text format. A spreadsheet is there, you can do so many calculations and you can get the answers and use so many functions. Everything is possible using a spreadsheet. Database management system will enable you to store so many datas in one place, and all these things. So any application software is a software which will help you to do a specific task other than the hardware functionings, and it will help the user to do their real work. So whatever a user want to do, this application software is a software or interaction between the computer and the user. Okay, and then types of system software. So we broadly spoke about what a system software and what an application software is. Yes, now we will see what all types of system softwares are there and what all types of application softwares are also there. Okay, as we already discussed, some of the types of system software are operating software or language translators, communication software, and utility software. So what is an operating software? Okay, as the name suggests, operating software is a software which makes a computer to actually work or actually operate. So whatever application is helping your computer to actually operate, those kind of softwares are known as operating system or operating software. Okay, it is a software that enables all the programs we use. So without an operating system, a computer will never work, isn't it? So when you don't have a proper operating system, all the functionality of your computer, even if you have so many hardware, so many storage devices, or so many external or secondary storage devices, or so many softwares or application softwares, even if you have those things, without an operating system, the whole computer is stuck. It will not work. So OS is a software which will enable all the programs we use, and the OS organizes and controls the hardware also. And OS acts as an interface between the application programs and the machine hardware. So if you have an application program or software, this OS is the intermediate or the interface between these hardware and the software. Okay, some of the examples of operating system are the most familiar things like Windows, Linux, or Mac OS. So without a proper Windows operating system, we will not be able to work in a computer. We will be, but we will not be enabled to do so many tasks. So if the operating system is a failure, the whole computer system is a shutdown. Okay, so that is how an operating system will work in. So the examples are like Windows, Linux, Unix, and so many things, etc. So these are some of the examples of operating software. So you must be familiar with all these like Windows, Android, Mac OS, and so many things. Okay, next is language translators. So language translators is a program that translates a set of instruction code to machine level language. So whatever we as a user type into a computer, the computer will not be able to understand what we are typing in unless otherwise it is translated to a machine level language. So that functionality is done by a language translator. So what languages we are typing in is basically known as a high level language. So machines will not be able to understand it because computers can understand only zeros and ones. So that is very basic information. So in order to make the computer understand what we are talking about or what we are intending to do, the translators is something which will convert those high level languages to machine code. Okay, so for a machine, it is possible to understand. That is why the translators is one kind of system software which will enable the smooth flow of instructions or informations towards a computer. Okay. The next one is example. Some of the examples of language translators are assembler, compilers, and interpreters. So communication softwares or this assembler is something which will enable you to assemble all your high-level languages and translate it. And compilers and interpreters are also such kind of language translators which will help you to translate the high-level language to the low-level language, the machine language. Okay. Next is communication software. Communication software is used to provide remote access to systems and exchange files and messages and audios or video formats. So whatever type of information you want to share online, this communication software will help you to do so. Some of the famous communication softwares which we are aware about are like Facebook's, Internet Explorer, Skype, Twitter, Gmail, Yahoo, and all these things are some of the most commonly seen communication software. This is also a system software. Okay. Next is utility software. Utility software is designed to help or analyze the configure or optimize or maintain a computer. So utility, as the name suggests, it is something which will make sure all the utility functions, all the functions in your computers are working properly. So it is used to optimize and maintain a computer, and it's usually focuses on how a computer infrastructure operates. So based on how it should work and what all should be there, what all should be avoided, all those things will be decided by a utility software. Okay, so those were some kinds of system software. Now we will see what are the general types of application software. So there are two main classification of application software. Those softwares are general purpose application software and specific purpose application software. So general purpose, as we all know, generally whatever things are to be done, all those things will be done using a general purpose application software. So it is intending to perform a broader class of function. Other than performing a specific function, it performs a broader class of function, and you can use these software for more purpose but limited capabilities for each purpose. So some of the examples are Excel spreadsheets and word processing softwares. All those things are used to do a wider range of functions. So that is general purpose application software. Examples of general purpose application software are word processors, spreadsheet programs like Excel, and all those things. Okay. Next is specific purpose. So as the name suggests, it is a software which is designed to carry out a specific set of tasks. So usually in line with the requirements of the paying customer. So if your customer is requesting you to design a software according to their convenience, then that kind of software is known as a specific purpose application software. Okay. So some web browsers will be designed according to their convenience, but it has far more features than others. So all those features which is to be included will be designed according to the request of the customers. So that kind of softwares is known as specific purpose application software. The only thing is you can use these softwares for less purposes but with greater capabilities for each purpose. So you can perform only a limited application software, but its range of functioning is far more and far better than the general purpose application software. So some of the examples are web browsers and media players, and all those examples will come under specific purpose. So these are some of the examples and usage of computer software. I hope you understood, and thank you for listening.